Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to break the fast and enjoy breakfasts from all over the world. Two normal home cooks going head to head. Boys, are you ready?
Ready to eat something delicious, not so ready to look embarrassed on the internet.
I'm ready to win.
Okay, right.
I like that attitude. The first one is under the cloche. Lift
After
away.
you, Mr. Confident.
It doesn't smell like breakfast.
Why not?
What does that
It's
smell?
funky. Is it fishy?
No. Oh no,
No.
it's really familiar, that
It's
smell.
Fermented? What is the smell of that?
No, it's really familiar. What is that? Right, cheers. I mean, you have my interest. That is bloody delicious.
Oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
And it's so familiar. I feel like I even cook with this ingredient. What is it?
I think you might cook with this ingredient.
Oh, I hate it when this happens.
Because it's so out of context for perhaps breakfast in your minds, but also with what you're seeing.
It's polenta.
Yes.
Yes.
It is cornmeal.
And there's a very familiar acidic nature to it.
I'm going to use the word sour, which is great.
Sour.
So this is a sour
Cream, a sour
milk
cream.
or a sour yogurt or a sour cream with butter. So it adds loads of richness and
It's almost giving me stroganoff vibes. It's that type of cream. It's, what's that, mushroomy? Mushroom?
It's
No.
mushroom. No.
No, what are you? What are you?
you are garlic.
It's
So essentially, it's almost like a brown butter with loads of garlic. And I mean loads of garlic.
It's just garlic.
We run a cooking show.
For over 14 years.
We don't know what garlic tastes like.
This might be the time to call it a day.
It's basically garlic butter mixed with sour milk or sour cream. And that yogurty mix is allowed to ferment. We left ours out overnight, so it went a little bit more funky. And then you pour that over warm cornmeal or polenta.
But it's not the feeling of raw garlic.
No.
It's very, very garlicky in flavour, but it's garlic butter flavour,
Yep.
which is amazing. So it's absolutely delicious.
Sometimes eaten alongside potatoes and or cheese as well. Pieces of cheese, like cheese and potatoes on the side.
What
but
type of
sometimes
cheese?
just that.
What type of cheese?
A variety of cheeses.
Right, you
Oh,
are.
well, you've tapped into something.
Yeah,
Called pura.
Okay. Well, you know what? Something just sprung to me.
same.
I'm going to go for it.
Do you want one more name of the dish before we
Yes,
go?
please.
Obviously.
I'm not entirely sure how this is pronounced, so we'll put it on screen as well. But pura solucinicum.
What?
Lucinicum. Lock in one country. Remember, that's how this works. If they put the correct country, they get 3 points. If they both get it wrong, whoever is the closest, based on centroids of those countries, takes 1 point. 4 rounds. Let's see who wins. Okay, gents, you've locked something in. Show us your boards in 3, 2, 1.
Bulgaria.
Croatia.
Ooh.
You can't stop thinking of stroganoff.
We're in the same part of the world, but I was going...
That could be a good guess.
Yeah, I was thinking, weirdly, there's some like beautiful mountains in Bulgaria. I can imagine, I saw snow. I saw like a warming breakfast in the mountains.
I thought it's got Italian vibes from the polenta, the garlic, the butter, but then it's almost got central to Northern Europe aspects in terms of the sour cream. And although I didn't go up, I went away from Italy. I went to Croatia, that I think has a little bit more of that sort of sour cream in there.
Well, you're definitely both in a very similar part of the world. You're also both wrong, but only
many
just.
Oh, this is when it gets good.
Because one of you is just 401 miles away, and one of you is just 147 miles away.
Oh!
Must be in the middle.
Mike wins. This is Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh, so literally.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh!
Well done.
That's excellent.
The last little note in our research is that this dish has occasionally a subtle presence in bordering Croatia, but it is predominantly and originally from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Excellent.
Right.
That's still only a point. I feel like there should be like...
No, don't give me that.
Mike, you take the lead, 1 point to nothing, and we move into round 2. Second one, Under the cloche for you.
Your turn. Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
A selection.
I like components at breakfast.
It's almost like a hotel buffet.
Right. You must eat all of this together, surely.
Oh.
Much like our own full English breakfast, lots of component parts, and different people will prefer different
That is so
parts
tasty.
of it. It's considered to be a very accessible dish, the kind of common ingredients you would find in this country. And everyone does it slightly different, has different favourites. But for example, there you've got rice and beans with like a gallo pinto kind of vibe. You've got scrambled eggs, papaya, plantain, tomato. You've pretty much got it all spot on. This is very often served on the side.
Wow. Yeah, fruity.
Very fruity. Whoa!
Delicious, right? It's
Wow,
called salsa Lizano.
That's
and this is
amazing.
the kind of breakfast that people would, yes, cook at home, but you might also eat out at sodas around the country.
Sodas.
It's kind of the name for basically, yeah,
Okay.
an eatery or a restaurant, but there'll be an all-day affair. And very typically served with delicious coffee from this country too.
That is stunning.
So it is vinegared. It's a mixture of vegetables, often sweet vegetables like things like carrot, but also molasses. So you've got that fruity sweetness, and then mustard, turmeric, salt, sugar if it's needed, depending on how much fruit is in it.
This is it's
fantastic.
everything I want from my breakfast. In terms of you've got some naughty things in there, but also really refreshing.
Can we just recap what the spices in the rice dishes are, please?
Yeah, we're talking kind of gallo de pinto. So peppers, tomato, onion, a little bit of chili, coriander. Otherwise, it's rice and beans.
Works wonderfully, but where are you from?
The dish is called desayuno típico, which literally translates to typical breakfast, and therefore there's lots of variations. This dish is a combination of the pre-Columbian era, but with Spanish influence which came later. Turn your boards in 3, 2, 1.
I think it's a full Cuban.
I went for Venezuela.
Ooh. Can you narrow down a logic?
I think the rice pulled me towards South America, continent. And then I think the freshness of the papaya and then the plantain kept me relatively north. So I went towards Cuba.
This reminded me of rice and peas that I actually had in Barbados, but without that spice blend, which then I thought paired with the papaya, the plantain took me towards Africa actually. So instead, going over to South America and thinking if the Spanish went boop, 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 across the ocean, where would they land?
Which they did.
They would land somewhere near Venezuela.
Both solid logic. You're both in the right kind of corner of the world.
Yeah.
No.
One of you is just over 1,000 miles away. One of you is just under 1,000 miles away.
Either way, 1,000's all right for us, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll take that.
This is a delicious, typical breakfast from Costa Rica.
You did say, you said fantastic coffee as well.
Costa coffee.
Oh,
The clues are there, boys. And that's the sauce we should all be stocking. It's
Oh.
absolutely delicious.
oh, it's a Lizzo sauce.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's giving those kind of HP brown sauce vibes of kind of like spices, mustard, fruit, molasses, vegetables, deliciousness. So there's not a lot in it between the pair of you, but one of you's about 300 miles closer. And that's Barry with Cuba.
God, I am edging it. Oh, every time. I'm
South
sorry.
America, why are you so big?
Which makes it 1 point each as we go into round 3. Right, all yours, boys.
Ooh.
I am
Ooh.
very interested in this one. This one looks like it's going to be delicious. It smells like candied fruit.
It looks like it could be lots of shards of bread.
Oh, they're soft because you think that's going to be crispy on looking, but it's not.
Well,
They're soft and spongy.
Is it bready or is it meaty?
Oh,
Quite nice.
it's so spicy!
That's a good one.
Where did that come from? Oh,
Are you feeling ready for the day?
is it meant to be that spicy?
Yes, it is an incredibly spicy blend on top. We bought an authentic one from this country.
Sorry, is it just
Bread.
Is it bread soaked with chili? It is quite a citrusy chili sauce, isn't it? It's got like
Yeah,
a tang to it.
it's almost, yeah. It's nice when it's not so intense.
I went back for more.
I wanted to see if the yogurt is yogurt.
Yep,
Takes
it's
the
just
edge
yogurt
off.
on top. And there's really only 3 ingredients. These are 2 of them.
What is that? Pancake?
One of you said like a
is
sour
that?
chili or like a lemon and chili.
Well, yeah,
But actually the sourness is coming from
Oh, the bread.
the bread.
It's so sour.
it is.
That is a sourdough.
That is a sourdough, yeah.
Oh,
What's it made of? Because it's got something really interesting.
Teff.
Okay.
Teff flour. So it is a grass that is native to this part of the world that we're talking about. But this flatbread is made from fermented teff. So that fermented sourness, a sourdough essentially, comes from the fermenting of this teff flour, which gives it that really bubbly appearance as a flatbread. The flatbread itself is called injera, and then you mix injera with melted butter and that spice blend, and that is breakfast. It's a great way of using up almost stale leftover bread because the yogurt and the spice and the butter brings it back to life. So it's very much yesterday's perhaps more stale injera upcycled and recycled into this dish, which is called Fit.
fit.
Any clues on the spice blend, which you're right, is very spicy.
Has it got cayenne in it?
It's got chilies in it, as well as some cumin, some coriander, some cardamom, and then other seeds from the area.
The bread's unlike anything I've ever eaten in that it's so sour, you can't really taste much as you're eating it, but you're left with, your nose is full at the end of it. It's so fragrant.
I agree with you, and I would say as a texture, it's a very odd bread. We talk about it as a flatbread,
Yeah.
but it is almost spongy and bouncy.
Yeah.
A cross between almost like a thin slice of like Genoese sponge almost. It's that spongy, but a slightly more rubbery in texture, and that sourness from the fermented teff is unique.
That is really, really, really hard. What?
Sometimes it can have onion in the mix, but more often than not, it is just shredded, slightly staled injera bread, melted butter, and that spice, which is called Berber spice. After 14 years on this channel, and many, many episodes of this game, it is remarkable that we keep coming across wholly unique dishes to a nation. This is another example. Neither of you quite as confident on this one.
No,
I feel
really
like your body
hard.
language is saying you've scribbled, but you're not sure.
Yeah.
Real punt.
Spice was taking me to a continent. The bread is unlike anything.
Well, let's see what you've scribbled. In 3, 2, 1.
Nigeria.
Mongolia.
So Baz was happy with the continent, couldn't narrow it down.
No.
The bread was throwing you. Mike?
I don't know, Evers. I thought about areas of the world that can handle that level of spice. Fermentation,
That's everywhere but here.
simple ingredients. It didn't sound Chinese, so I went down a little.
Logic.
Logic.
This is Fit from Ethiopia.
Oh, great shout. Well done.
So-
The word sounded African.
I mean, you are due west of it. You're still over 2,000 miles
Oh, it's a
wrong.
big place in Africa.
You're on the right
you are-
continent.
Due west. This is Ethiopian. So much of the food and the culture in Ethiopia is eaten with hands. However, this is one of the dishes which they actually go straight in with the spoon, and it is a breakfast
You know what?
item, and that is a big part of breakfast in Ethiopia.
There are some incredible Ethiopian restaurants in London. And you're right, now you've said it, that's where I've had the spice.
That is round 3, which puts Barry 2
no.
points to 1
Come on!
with 1 round to go.
I need a bullseye to win.
All still to play for. Last one is under the cloche.
Yes.
Yes, now we're talking.
Yes. Oh, they're so warm and freshly baked.
Oh, okay, cheers. Oh, lovely.
Bready donut.
More of a bun than a donut in the sense that it's baked, not fried, but you're right, it is enriched. So it's a yeasty, enriched dough.
Really delicious.
It's quite a firm donut. And the sugar on top, is it just dark brown sugar or is there cinnamon in there?
It's just dark brown sugar. So it's got a quite a heavy dark brown sugar coating on top of otherwise just a yeasted bread. Now, these are sold at bakeries across this country. Yes, all day long, but probably skews more towards breakfast. Sometimes considered a great way of using up yesterday's dough at breakfast and putting the sugar on top, finish it off. It's also regularly served alongside either a coffee or a drink of mate.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck?
It's a herbal drink that does have kind of a caffeine-heavy effect, so good for the morning, like you would have a coffee, and they would absolutely drink coffee with their
Green
morning buns, but otherwise it's a herbal tea.
It's got this straw. Yes, it looks a bit like an exhaust with a funny bottom.
Oh wow.
It's got a strainer. Oh, to stop the bits going through the straw.
It's not a cup, it's a gourd.
A gourd.
It's a hollowed out calabash gourd. So think gourds as in similar to a squash and a pumpkin.
Oh, it's a fruit. What?
Try that.
What?
That is intensely herbal. You know, like you get herbal teas and they're like, meh. They're like, oh, this is hibiscus and blackcurrant. No, it's not. It's a bit of meh. That is herby. That is the way to describe that. Punchy, herby, almost green tea.
It's like a tea, very herby, you're right, quite bitter.
But I'm confused. It's a fruit with a metal lid. I don't understand.
Well,
this.
it's a gourd, so they're very, very solid. If you
They
ever
put the metal on afterwards. It doesn't grow like that.
You're
around sort of Halloween and autumn, and you see the very decorative gourds, the ones that are so rock solid they look fake. They don't look like they're fruits or squash at all.
Yeah.
It's part of the gourd family, specifically calabash gourd. That is what traditionally this mate drink is consumed from. There's an amazing tradition. People would sit round and whoever is the host would make and mix the mate and pass to the person on their left. That person drinks it, and once they've finished the drink, they pass it back. If they say thank you, then that means they've had enough. If they don't, the host must make more and pass it to them again. And that keeps going until they pass it back empty and say thank you, and then it can pass on to the next person in the circle. And they have these brown sugar topped yeasted dough buns, which are called tortita negra. Answers locked in? Let's have a peek. 3, 2, 1.
Côte d'Ivoire.
Peru.
Oh.
They're not close to each other. What was your logic?
From the Spanish influence.
No, right. The Spanish thing did throw me, but I was so set on Northern Africa because I was like, I could imagine eating this in Morocco. But then you said it's the national drink. And I was like, well, it's not going to be that because that's surely the Moroccan mint tea or something similar to that. So I moved west to Côte d'Ivoire.
One of you is a lot closer than the other. This is tortita negra with mate in a gourd from Argentina.
Thank goodness for that.
I think you might be closer.
What's remarkable is just how large South America is.
I
And
know.
when we look at centroid, so Lima to Buenos Aires, you're still over 2,000 miles away. But you are absolutely closer, Mike,
Oh,
which
I've got
puts
the draw.
you 2 points apiece, level pegging today.
Well done.
Well done. Good game.
Well done.
Good game. But wait a minute, there is
We're
still a
still
winner.
drawing.
There's still there starts to be a winner.
Oh, I have to do the real maths now,
You've got
don't
some
I?
calculations.
Oh, well, no, you've
There's-
won because I went for Mongolia on a silly answer.
No,
Yeah,
I
but he
went
just went for
that.
Côte d'Ivoire.
It's close.
Could be close.
Do you want to do actual...
Yeah,
How
Do
wrong-
some maths.
So I've done some maths.
Good.
You were both very, very close on the first round to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretty close to each other, albeit about 1,000 miles wrong on the second.
Oh, it comes
On
down
the
to a
third
last
one, Mike, your Mongolia was over 4,500 miles away. Barry, in the fourth, your Côte d'Ivoire was over 4,800 miles away. So if you add it all up,
We're so equally bad at this.
I know.
there's only 374 miles in it,
Wow.
and Mike takes the win.
Oh,
as
yes.
being the least wrong today.
well done.
I'll take any win.
Take it.
I'll take
Yeah.
any win.
Mike, 7,991 miles away. Congratulations. I think we should all congratulate the food team, the research team, and the fact that we got to try these delicious
thank
dishes
you.
from around the
Yeah,
world.
Thank you.
fantastic. Really enjoyed that.
Comment down below, have you ever tried any of those 4 before? And as always, if there are breakfasts from countries that we haven't yet covered, we would love your input in the comments down below.